let's go demonstrate. So I'm going to hit R, select the mech, and hit deploy. Very important there. Okay, now we're just going to wait, sit tight. All right, and here comes reinforcements. And this is really, really nice. This is something that, again, we've talked about in the past, is the difficulty ramping in this game can be very, very penalizing. So now we have our own spider. Hey, what's going on, guys? Phil here. Welcome back to another Mechcommander Mercenaries playthrough. Now, we left off last time. If we look at the star map here, funny enough, if we want to go anywhere, even if it's back to this area, let's just say Mercenaries Row, we actually have to travel north-ish on a map. I know it's a two-dimensional map. Or even if we wanted to go down south here, we still have to go up. There's no connections here. I'm not going to be doing that demolition contract or defense. I really don't enjoy defense missions, so we're just going to go ahead and skip that. So instead, we're going to go ahead and just travel up to the latest industrial hub and go from there. So let's go ahead and make that happen. It's going to cost us 150,000. It is what it is. We just have to suck it up. That's part of moving around here. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at pilots here and see if any of these are replacements for our own 15 out of 28. No, it doesn't look like it. Let's go take a look at the mech market here. We do have a 10N for sale, 2.8. Let's go and sell some equipment. I don't think we need some of this right now. Let's go to spacebar, AC5s. We don't have a ton here. It's not like we have a bunch of salvage. So yeah, I don't think mech is going to be on the radar. That Vulcan 5T would be short burst and flamer. That would be better than the spider, but again, a little bit out of our price range. So let's go and take a quick look at the star map here. We do have a raid against Karita, and I think we'll go ahead and do that. We have to travel anyways, so I'm just going to go ahead and check out this industrial hub, see if maybe we have a pilot that we can replace, and then we'll go ahead and bounce over there for the raid contract. Again, really early on, you want to focus on doing a lot of missions to get your pilots up. That being all said, some of these pilots are going to be replaced really, really quick. Again, you can see here 16 is our lowest, and then 15 out of 46. So if you see any, again, there's no attachment. You're mainly focused just on the max skill here. Mech market here, fire starter. All right, so let's go ahead again, move on to do another raid contract. Probably the easiest out of the missions to do. Again, you run in there, you kill, and you get out. And here we go. Everybody should be ready to roll. We do have plenty of negotiation points here. So let's go ahead and use those. Now we do have 12 shares there. That might net us some salvage. Again, nothing crazy here. Top pilot in the SRAM build, and then we'll go from there. But actually, we have a new mech to play with, and I'm actually going to bring that. So let's go ahead and get that. This also means we're able to move the Javelin, and then we'll do this. So now we just have to paint a mech in Davian colors, and we can go ahead and do that really quick here. And again, that's the hero. Go up here, Davian paint colors. That's better. Apply to all. Yes, that's right. And we go back to the mission, so we are good to go. And again, this is a hero mech, and we'll go ahead and roll from there. So let's do it. Get moving.
Head towards the areas marked on the map to locate.
All right.
The
So how many locations?
targets.
Oh, okay. So this is going to be a little bit rough. This is where it gets tough, because basically what's happening is we have two right next to each other, and sometimes, especially with the garrisons, basically, or you know, like the actual garrisons, like the enemy garrisons, they'll be right on top of each other, and you have to fight more. And pretty much you want to right off the bat, but it is what it is. We're gonna go ahead and push up here. The cool thing with this Phoenix Hawk is it didn't have any additional doubles, it just had a double heatsink kit. So the nice thing is, even if you lose like an arm or something like that, it's not like you're losing a weapon this early on, or a piece of equipment that you can't really replace. It's quite fast as well. So
waiting for further.
we have a nice little group here. So we are somewhat, we'll just go over here first. Looks like the garrison's gonna be over here. Like our enforcer's having some I'm navigating here. It's gonna go ahead and help him out. And move closer here. And there's Darren's voice. He's everywhere in the inner sphere. He's a clone. This is actually Clone Wars. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. Just had a bird fly past. Again, the cool thing with Coyote's missions that we've talked about in the past is actually have use of the artillery, so you can have like one piece of artillery actually engaging you, which is really cool. And the UI on screen looks really, really nice. So we're gonna go and maneuver through here. And again, in the mod, we don't have any crates. That's something that we'll definitely be looking at in the future, to where you can select a unit and capture a crate. And we hope to expand that system, actually. We think there's actually some game modes potentially where we're on a planet where you don't have necessarily a combat mission, but maybe there's a research and search and, you know, discover stuff. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Let's go and maneuver here. And again, we have to be really careful here with two right next to each other.
At requested position, Commander.
We might be walking into a hornet's nest, but we do have a little bit more firepower now that we replaced the spider. We could sell the spider as well, so that is definitely an option. There we go. Rolling in here.
Waiting for orders, Commander.
See what happens. We got some vehicles already. We got one over here to the left. Saw an SRM carrier. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can just take that out. There we go. Yeah. All right, there's the other. I'm gonna go ahead and hit that. That's an SRM.
Enemy vehicles in sight.
Yep. All right, cool. And again, they're pretty autonomous. You don't really have to micromanage too much. And once your pilots are getting to a skill level, again, they'll feel a lot better. And it's because you won't be like, what do you mean you can't do that? All right, so there's another location right there. Okay, this doesn't seem to be too bad right now. Man, this Phoenix Hawk's doing a good job. Plenty of firepower. 2 SRMs, 2 mediums, those double heat sinks. It's able to fire just all the time. It's like a pretty light garrison. All right. Cool, so let's go to slow-mo here. Take a quick look at the map. And we are right here. We're gonna have to just cross the ways. Let's just go ahead and maneuver. All right. Looks like we should be able to just cut across the valley here, right to the other installation.
Requested, Commander.
Would give that command here. Again, one of the nice features I always loved in the original Mechcommander was being able to just follow targets. And again, they'll engage pretty much on their own. If they see it and it's in their sight lines, they'll engage it, which is really nice. But I always loved this feature, being able to just follow. And again, you can just double left click over these mechs. They'll automatically just track. See, they're locked on there as far as targets.
Awaiting orders.
So we're about halfway there. We're making our way around this big bend here. And I think maybe the best course of action, yeah, we'll just go to the right here. All relative. We have 2 tanks. It looks like Scorpions are tracking us at least. I'll bring the tanks here. Again, you can control the tanks. They're a little bit slower as far as response. That's something that's going to be looked at in the future. And again, if you're like, I want to demonstrate something really quick here, and we have a really good demonstration. So this is a good example of what we can do. Once you get past 4 mechs, you can actually bring in reserves, basically. And you don't want to do this instantly when you first drop, but let's go demonstrate. So I'm going to hit R. R is going to bring up the reserves here. You can see I have a spider. So all I'm going to do is click deploy. Okay. And just wait momentarily. Oh, I got to select the mech. Sorry. Select the mech and hit deploy. Very important there. Okay. Now we're just going to wait, sit tight. Right, and here comes reinforcements, and this is really, really nice. This is something that again, we've talked about in the past, is the difficulty ramping in this game can be very, very penalizing. So now we have our own spider. Now, it doesn't have it has a normal AI pilot, sort of like how the Mason Commander is. It is not one of your pilots yet. That is something hopefully in the future that we can get to where not only do you have to have a pilot to be able to redeploy another asset, but now we have a 5th asset on top of that. And again, the cool thing here is, you know, it's available to use right away. And that is with the R button, and that is if you have more than 4 mechs in the hangar, you can basically do what I just did. And that sort of helps with the difficulty ramping, as this game can be very difficult, especially with just using AI. So again, this just uses generic AI. It's not your pilot, at least not for now, but just wanted to point that out for those that don't know. How many can you deploy? You can do 12 mechs in each mission and roll around in a big blob. And or just tackle. You could send one lance to tackle, you know, and another to tackle another objective at the same time. That's really, really up to you. So it's a really cool feature, and we hope to integrate it a little bit more where there's some type of cost, if you will, not necessarily C-bill cost, but that's also an option. But that, you know, bringing in reserves is a little bit more than just, you know, do you have that available to you? Is that available to you? Ooh, hello. And so those are things that, you know, maybe in the future, progression and so forth and so on, that we can talk about. So that is your spider, and it's just not your pilot. So let's go ahead and roll right in here and see about that.
On location, Commander.
Yeah, we got a turret right there. Doesn't look like we're running into much enemy forces here, so let's go get them in here. I haven't had any mech units right now. There we go. Okay. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're gonna have much as far as enemy contacts, and we used some of the points for salvage, and we should have went just for money. All money. All right, we did have one vehicle. Alright, we have a transport touching down.
Now get back here before hostiles converge on your
I'm okay if hostiles converge right now. I need some money, and we need some salvage. Alright, just got J. Edgar targeted right here. As you can see, they're maneuvering around slowly but surely. Where did that shot come from? There you guys go. Alright, I got the SRM-2 turret now. Alright, so where is extraction here? Oh, extraction's back in the corner. Alright, let's go. So the reserves is a really cool feature. Again, you can deploy more than just your standard 4-man lance, and that should help scale as far as difficulty as well. So even though the spider isn't the end-all be-all mech, again, just having that ability to have some more armor and firepower on the battlefield is always super, super nice. And we can still replace it with a better mech and then be able to drop more reserves. As far as more firepower is always going to be really, really nice. He doesn't have line of sight. That's the problem. Now he does, but he missed. And here comes the rest. So we're gonna go and move to the corner here. Looks like a dropship. It's headed that way. No mechs. Wow, that was disappointing. Easy money though, so you know it is what it is. I'm not gonna complain about that. He's not initiating, so we gotta wait for this point. There we go.
Prepare for evac.
Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the end screen here. So that's how to basically use reserves. Again, make sure to hit R, click on the mech or mechs. You can deploy, again, quite a bit of mechs. You can have 12 mechs total out there. And that doesn't include if there's friendly mechs on some of the missions that get additional. You can also grab those. All right, well, we didn't get any mech assets, but we were able to pick up a little bit of salvage here. Almost too much. Yeah, too much. We were able to get everything. Not the best haul because we didn't have any mechs here, but what can you do? And as you can see here, you don't see your other mech. That's something that we hope to work on in the future as well. But yep, so let's go ahead and continue there. And if we go in here, you can see that the spider did take damage. He's just not on your end of round screen there. And again, that's completely normal. So we're going to go hit A, repair all. And yeah, so another successful mission here. And nothing crazy. We don't have any more missions. We do have some more raids and assassination. I think that assassination over on Sturgis looks quite tempting, but we will do that on the next video. If you guys liked this video, click the like button, help the algorithm. Let me know down in the comments below, what's your guys' favorite mission type? I tend to like raids and assassination because you can just get in and get out. But just want to say thanks for watching. And again, if you are new, click that subscribe button so you guys get notifications with click that bell, all that fun stuff. I hope to see you on the next video. Until next time.